What if the key to your success lies in embracing failure, ridicule, and even your deepest insecurities? Imagine starting at rock bottom and rising so high that you redefine not just yourself, but also the world around you. This isn't just a fictional story, it's the essence of Overgeared, a webtoon that turns the concept of the underdog journey into an epic cultural masterpiece. So in this video essay, I will be talking about Overgeared, my favorite webtoon, and how its story represents the indomitable human spirit that our MC, Shin Young-woo, has gone through and how it reflects our everyday struggles as human beings. So, how would I relate this to us? How would I relate this to us human beings? I will be using the concepts of cultural studies like representation, identity, and popular culture. So through Grid's transformation from a mere warrior doing the hardest quest that he has done to our beloved Overgeared God, our Overgeared King, our Overgeared Emperor. And I will be relating it with my own story of resilience as a Filipino kid, right? As a Filipino teenager, as a Filipino young adult. And I'll show how this webtoon offers more than just entertainment. I would show that this webtoon serves as a mirror to our collective struggles and triumphs. So basically, when the pandemic happened back in 2020, it made me super bored because I cannot go outside. What am I supposed to do, right? So I started browsing, and I got into manga. So manga is Japanese comics. And with that, I started getting into Korean webtoons. And the first webtoon that I read was Solo Leveling. And after I read Solo Leveling, I read Omniscient Reader. Then, that's when I started reading Overgeared. And Overgeared really hooked me to the core because the story of Grid or Shin Young-woo really resonated with me. As a Filipino kid with a modest background, I really saw myself in Grid. It really made me feel more immersed into the story. So his relentless determination and his will to never give up, it made me inspired that I myself can overcome life's struggles and that I should never give up, right? So I've read the webtoon almost 3 times, and each reread that I've done made me discover more things about the webtoon, things that I've missed, and things that I've never seen before, just like how life does it. Life never stops giving you more. And that's what happened when I read the webtoon for more times. So, Grid's story begins with a man consumed by insecurity and selfishness because Grid was a really selfish person because he was poor, and I understand, and I can relate to that. So, Overgeared is a term derived from South Korean slang for those relying on items over skill because Grid, as a legendary blacksmith, he was very reliant on his items. He was never that good in control. He was never skilled. That's why he stayed poor because he was never good. But when he got these items as a legendary blacksmith, he started getting good at the game. He started getting more achievements, right? But as the narrative unfolds, Grid really grew. Grid evolved into a leader. He started as a duke first, then he became a king, then an emperor. So his worth transcended material possessions. He transcended his items. His transformation from an individualistic, selfish person to a confident, altruistic emperor, king, good son, a good husband that everyone came to love. It exemplifies the fluidity of identity. And as Stuart Hall says, identity isn't static but rather a process of becoming, shaped by cultural context and social interactions. Grid's journey aligns with Hall's theory, as his identity shifts in response to both personal growth and the expectations of Satisfy's community. In doing so, he challenges preconceived notions of what it means to be worthy, demonstrating that true power lies in resilience and character. Furthermore, Overgeared serves as a cultural commentary on the value of persistence and self-making. So John Fisk emphasizes the participatory nature of popular culture, noting how it reflects and reimagines societal norms. So Grid's journey is a perfect example. Through his setbacks and victories, the narrative challenges societal expectations, encouraging readers to embrace their imperfections as stepping stones to greatness. Because Grid was blacksmithing a lot and he always got normal, rare, or epic rated items because he always wanted to make legendary items. He wasn't able to make 5 legendary items until later in the story, which actually gave him an edge because he got a buff every time he made an epic item. And he made a lot of epic items, but he wasn't able to make legendary items, which was unfortunate. It shows that he's human too, right? And he's not perfect. And it became a stepping stone for him to grow because he never stopped blacksmithing. Bart's concept of mythologies also comes into play here because Grid became a magic swordsman of the epic. He became a mythological person. His stories were told across the land of Satisfy. Grid's transformation can be seen as a modern myth, a tale of the ordinary individual who transcends limitations through sheer determination. This myth doesn't just entertain, it inspires, reminding us that resilience is a universal language. So, popular culture often mirrors our collective struggles, ambitions, and triumphs. Overgeared exemplifies this by weaving through themes of perseverance and self-improvement into its story because Grid never gave up on making legendary items, never gave up on quests, never gave up on killing the next boss. Its global appeal lies in its relatability because who hasn't felt the failure? Who hasn't felt losing? Who hasn't felt all of these negative emotions and the desire to prove your worth to the world? Everybody has felt this way. So, Overgeared is really relatable and that's why it's my favorite webtoon. So, for me, Grid symbolizes the underdog spirit. His persistence in the face of ridicule, failure, and overwhelming odds reflects the struggles of marginalized or ordinary individuals striving for extraordinary achievements. So, as a Filipino who's poor and dreams of a big break in his life, Grid's story really feels personal because it's a testament of the power of hope and hard work. So, underdog stories like Overgeared resonate because they represent the human desire to overcome. These narratives give voice to those often overlooked, turning their challenges into victories that inspire millions. So according to Fisk, popular culture thrives on its ability to connect with audiences on a personal level. Grid's journey does just that, offering a story of resilience that transcends cultural and geographic boundaries. So ultimately, Overgeared isn't just a webtoon, it's a cultural artifact that celebrates the indomitable human spirit. By connecting identity with popular culture and representation, it offers a narrative that's both deeply personal and universally relevant. It reminds us that our struggles don't define us, but rather our perseverance does, our hard work does, and how we overcome such struggle. So as I end this video, I encourage you all to reflect on how stories like Overgeared make us reflect in our lives. What do these stories teach us about our own resilience, our identity, and our self-worth? These stories aren't just entertainment. They mirror our lives. They're reminders of the strength we all possess, the strength to overcome anything that is thrown at us by life. So the next time life knocks you down, remember Shin Young-woo. Remember Grid. Embrace the challenges. Persist through ridicule and like a blacksmith, forge your path to victory, to greatness. And after all, the spirit of an underdog knows no bounds. And that is it for this video. Thank you.